Vice President, what happens today in the Parliament, because Amnesty International blames European government conspiracy, and they are very unhappy with the way they treat Libyan issue, the slavery in Libya.
Of course, what we have observed until now in these months is that the huge deterioration of the situation on the ground, and we have this impression that from the European Commission and from many governments, the only issue, the only priority is just a kind of border control and border management, and nobody is really taking care about the fact that there are hundreds of thousands of people, for sure, in condition of slavery in Libya, and there is no way to have a real pressure on the different militias and factions on the ground to pretend for them that they will respect the basic human rights and fundamental rights. On our opinion, some agreements like the agreement between Italy and Libya that was signed up bilaterally, but besides also the European strategy and the European framework, it's totally illegal, and also it's pushing in the better direction. We should pretend that UN will play a role, more active role on the ground to ensure that there is a real control of what is the situation on the different prisons, because they are prisons, not refugee camps, nor let's say, nor human rights fields and camps in Libya. We should pretend so this kind of control, because the situation is totally not human, not complying with the human rights, not complying with the convention that also the European governments signed up and they are part of. I think that this attitude just remove the problem from our soil, from our countries, and just to move it there in Libya, this is not acceptable for a Nobel Prize for Peace as it is. So we ask for a real changement of strategy and for a more active role on the ground to ensure that those fundamental rights are really respected.
Do you think at the moment Europe is still supporting one side in Libyan conflict? There is no Libyan unity. So unless the situation lasts, do you think it's really possible to tackle migration?
The real problem is that nowadays we have two main opponents in Libya, so it means the government officially and internationally recognized, and Haftar on Cyrenaica that is taking more and more control of a large part of the countries, and there are some governments like the French one that are playing a double game, officially recognized in Libya but on the back playing and supporting Haftar. And I think that until there will be this kind of a hidden and regional support, I can also remember that Haftar is backed by Egypt, by the main countries of the Gulf, we will not find any kind of agreement and compromise that could lead to a real united government. And without a united government, we will not restart a transition that never happened. One of the most biggest mistakes it was at the beginning that there was no disarmament of the militias. And nowadays the country is still in this struggle for power, struggle for control of the national oil company, and struggle for the control of the central bank of Libya. Many countries are still playing a double game. This is not acceptable to restart this transition. We hope that will be real responsibility and a real united position from many European countries. Otherwise, the solution will be far and far away. And this is a crisis that is affecting also our borders, because Libya is just in front of Italy, it's just in front of Greece, and we cannot accept such a kind of instability. We cannot play anymore just to take advantages on the crude oil and on Libyan natural resources. We need to think about Libyan people and European one as well.